Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2020 graduation ceremony at Evolutions High School. My name is Chris Coleman, principal at Evolutions, and even though I've only been with you a few short months, I can honestly say that Evolutions is a family school community. Your teachers have an understanding and a caring for you both inside and outside the classroom. And if there's one thing that I can say to this class of 2020, is thank you, teachers. They've been with you every step of the way, including distance learning, and they will be with you in spirit tonight at your graduation. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and please, if there's anything that we can do for you, you know we're here for you. Have a great night.
Hello everyone, and congratulations to the Providence class of 2020. Thank you for inviting me to your graduation. I want to recognize your superintendent, principals, teachers, all of the distinguished guests here today, and your family and friends. Congratulations. Congratulations on graduating high school and doing it under very challenging circumstances. You deserve special recognition for that. I know this wasn't exactly the senior year that you had hoped for. You missed seeing your friends and going to school. You missed playing spring sports, your favorite activities, having your senior prom. And even this graduation isn't the traditional graduation that you thought you were going to have. I wish it could have been different for you, but here's the thing. You did it. You persevered. And that is something you should always be proud of. High school can be hard, and your senior year can be hard under any circumstances. Graduating high school in your senior year through the coronavirus crisis was doubly hard. You couldn't go to school. Everything became homework. You missed your friends, you missed your teachers, distance learning dragged on. But always remember, you have what it takes to work through these challenges. That's why you're here today. I am so proud of you. And the class of 2020 will always have this common experience. So I encourage you to stay in touch with your friends, stay in touch with your teachers, because you lived through something very special together. And even though it was hard, you learned how to persevere through challenges. So today you've earned your degree. You stuck with it, you made it to the finish line. Say thank you to your teachers and your parents and your friends who stuck with you to get to the finish line. Give yourselves a huge pat on the back and know that I am very proud of you. And know that this proves you have what it takes to deal with the ups and downs of life. I know the future is uncertain a little bit. It's uncertain for all of us. I know times are tough. Maybe it's financially difficult. Maybe you're still lonely. Social distancing is still difficult. But we're going to get through this. And the same way you supported each other to get here today, I want you to keep doing that. Be a good friend. Be there for others. Look in on a neighbor. Those are the stories that have inspired me and given me strength, and I want them to inspire you and give you strength. So whatever comes next for you, college, the military, a job, be proud of today. Know you're smart kids. Know you have a high school degree that means something. And know that you have the talent and abilities, resilience and stamina to get through anything. Congratulations, class of 2020. Enjoy your summer and look forward with hope to what lies ahead.
I want to congratulate all the graduating seniors of the class of 2020 woohoo, in our beautiful state and across the nation. Congratulations! You have persevered over the last few months to complete your studies under the most unique of circumstances. All of you deserve our admiration. You are the class of 2020 and on your way to a new life and truly brand new world. I look forward to following your progress in the coming years and have all the faith that you will make our communities, our cities, our nation a better place for us all. Los quiero mucho a todos. Y como sus padres y madres, también estoy muy orgullosa de todo lo que han logrado. Con tantas barreras y obstáculos, se merecen todo ese éxito y mucho más. I admire you. You deserve all the accolades and so much more. We are extremely proud of you. Pa'lante. Onward, class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. And congratulations also to all the parents and the loved ones that helped our students along the way. I know that this year hasn't turned out exactly how you imagined it, but because of your perseverance, your advocacy, and your kindness towards one another, you've accomplished this amazing, amazing feat. I want you to know that your city is proud of you. And as you go off and conquer the world, always remember that this is home. Don't ever forget where you came from. And I can't wait to have you right here back in our city as the next generation of leaders that our city needs. Congratulations.
To the 2020 graduating class, I just want to say congratulations. You did it. You did it. And I know that this year is not exactly what you expected. Things has changed a lot. But please remember all the good advice you got from your teachers, all the good moments you had with your classmates. But most importantly, remember that your family and friends are very, very proud of you. Congratulations.
Hi, class of 2020. This is School Board President Nick Heemond, and I just wanted to take a moment on behalf of the school board to wish you congratulations on your graduation from high school. Certainly, I'm sure your teachers and principals have told you, the class of 2020, for a lot of reasons, will be probably the most unforgettable class that any of us have ever had here in the Providence school system. Certainly when you preserve through a national crisis like all of you had, it is a memorable event. And while so many things that are important, like proms and graduation ceremonies, and all the festivities of a senior year, for many of you, your athletic seasons, your theater seasons have all gone by without the ability for you to participate in them. And while that, for lack of a better term, certainly sucks, this is a moment that you will look back on as a defining moment in your life. When I was in high school, September 11th happened, and it changed me and many of my friends forever. It changed the way we looked at the world. But through that crisis, so many of us determined that we weren't going to sit by on the sidelines and let the world happen around us, that was a call to action for all of us. And whether it's been the COVID crisis this year, whether it's been the turmoil in our own school district this year, or whether it's been the events of the last several weeks, what this shows you is if you don't step up to the plate and be the change you want to see in the world and be a force for good in the world, this is the world that you get. So hopefully you'll take this opportunity to learn from it. It will make you stronger. But remember, these are the moments in time that define us. And these are the moments that we need people like you as a city to come back, to go out, get your education, come back, and make our city and our country great. And I know that all of you will be able to do that because you've already persevered through so much. And you are a great example of the greatness in Providence schools and everything that is right in Providence schools. So I congratulate you. Good luck.
Hello, class of 2020. I am Harrison Peters. As turnaround superintendent, I came here 5 months ago to lead real change in Providence Public Schools. From day one, I made it clear that I felt students, you, deserved the world-class education and that you were waiting on us, the adults in the community, to take meaningful action. Within the month of my arrival, the coronavirus made districts across the U.S. pivot to an entirely different mode of learning. Providence had a few weeks to pull together a distance learning plan for 24,000 students and literally less than 24 hours notice to prepare and deploy thousands of Chromebooks. The change was mind-blowingly fast, but our team of wonderful educators and committed students succeeded in making distance learning a reality. I'm immensely proud of this community for how well we stepped up. People ask me if this frightening health crisis has derailed our plans for transforming Providence schools. My answer is simple. The world may change, but our commitment cannot waver. In times of crisis, it is even more important that we stay laser focused on our students and their needs. I know many families have been affected by this pandemic, affected physically, emotionally, and economically. We are all hurting. please know that your school community will continue to be here for you when you need us. Speaking of hurting, this past month, the entire country has been agonizing for another reason, one which I, a black man in America, feel in my core. George Floyd's murder. Let's call it what it really is. His murder was not an isolated incident. Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Freddie Gray, Michael Brown, Erick Gardner, Trayvon Martin. Say their names. Their names are just a small part of a list of names that is too long and has gone on too long. Like COVID-19, racism is a virus that has killed and continues to do so. And it is a virus that we must work to eradicate once and for all. Young people, thank you for using your voices in organized and peaceful protests. Thank you for calling out the inequitable treatment of people of color. That is long overdue. I believe in you, and I believe you are helping make positive change. If this year has taught us anything, it is to expect the unexpected, to be agile in the face of diversity, and to stay true to yourself and your goals. Take graduation, for example. Like you, I had imagined this moment today to unfold very differently. I am sorry that we cannot all be together physically to celebrate this momentous occasion, but do not forget your sacrifice today is helping keeping the larger community healthy and safe. It is no small sacrifice, and your community thanks you. Let me make something else very clear. How we are gathering today should in no way diminish why we are gathering today. We are here because you showed up, you worked hard, and you earned that high school diploma. Some of you will pursue careers like Damaris Rose, who in 4 short years learned English, excelled in school, and is now joining the CNC operator program. Others of you will go on to college. Some of you with full rides to college of your choice, like Janelle Ramos of Alvarez High School, who will attend the College of Holy Cross. Jennifer Santiago Plaza of Mount Pleasant High School, who will attend Northeastern University. And Elvis Rodriguez of Central High School, who will attend URI's Talent Development Program. And let's not forget the record number 7 classical scholar athletes who have signed with Division I colleges for the fall. Many of you, like Hector Guerrero Pimentel of Hope High School's award-winning Blue Wave Battalion, will enter the military after graduation. As a proud Navy veteran, let me be the first to thank you for your service. Please know that your PPSD family is proud of you all and your accomplishments. Recently, my son Kenneth and I were watching the movie Black Panther. There's a scene when T'Challa and M'Baku were fighting for the throne of Wakanda. At one point, when M'Baku was getting the best of T'Challa, T'Challa mom's Ramonda looked at him and yelled, "Show them who you are." Immediately, T'Challa found the inner strength to turn the tide of the fight, emerge as victor, and retain the throne of Wakanda. I give that same charge to you. Show them who you are. Show them in your community. Show them in your industry. Show them in your achievement. Show them in your words and in your deeds. Show them you are PPSD. Class of 2020, your superintendent is tremendously proud of you, and I'm proud of what you have accomplished. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
My name is Jackson Riley. I'm the assistant principal at West Broadway Middle School, and I had the privilege and honor of educating this senior class for 3 years. So, class of 2020, wow, you guys made it. I cannot even begin to tell you how incredibly proud I am of each and every one of you. There's about a million things I could talk to you about today, but I really think the most important lesson I can share with you is one that hits home for me, and that's finding your passion in life. You see, back in 2012, I was where you are today. I had worked my tail off for 4 years, been accepted to college, about to graduate high school. As many of you know, I came from a difficult home situation, one where my father wasn't really in the picture whatsoever, and where I was mainly raised by my mother and my grandmother. My grandmother, she's an amazing woman, and she'd always taught me that education would open up my world and be what sets me free. She was right about that, but she'd always push me going into medicine. Be a doctor, she'd say. You're so bright, make a lot of money, be happy. So, as I embarked on my college experience, that's exactly what I did. I chose biology as my major, and I set my sights on making it to medical school. Now, as all of you know, I love science, and you should too. Throughout my freshman and sophomore year in college, I did well in my studies. I thoroughly enjoyed the material. I made great friends in my classes. As I entered my junior year, however, a different dynamic began to play out. A great number of my peers began internships in hospitals. They had aspired to be in medicine, and they were taking all the necessary steps to ensure they had a great resume before they entered into medical school. For me, it just didn't really interest me. I didn't really have that need to go into a hospital. I wasn't really dying to be in there. It got me really thinking, why am I doing this? Do I like blood? Nope. Do I like seeing people in pain? Absolutely not. Do I even really like hospitals? What am I doing? All right, that's where my head was at, guys. So I talked this out with one of my close friends. He asked me what I wanted to do with my life. My friend looked at me and said, Jackson, I think you've got this thing all wrong. You don't want to just be important. You want to be significant. It sounds like you want to better individuals' lives, not just over the span of a moment, but over the span of time. Think about what might be able to fulfill you. Find what makes you passionate. Well, that was a bombshell. And it served as the turning point for me to really realize just because someone is good at something doesn't mean that you're passionate about it. So I spent a lot of time thinking, what brings me joy? What pushes me to be better? What are the things I can spend hours doing, but I'm so in the moment that they go by in the blink of an eye? So fast forward a few years, I ended up completing my biology degree, doing really well. And just as my grandmother had promised me, education really had set me free. I had endless options to pursue in a career and was able to start my life. All the time that I spent thinking about my passion led me to one career, though, and that was teaching. It let me stay connected to science, which meant a lot to me, but it also allowed me to be a mentor and a significant person in the lives of young adults. Well, and that's when you all came into my life and you changed it forever. I walked off that graduation stage in early May 2016, and I met all of you at your orientation in late August of that year. You brought such incredible charisma, energy, and certainly new vocabulary into my life. You showed me what it really means to be resilient, to fight for yourself. And that being you, yourself, that's powerful. I'm going to say it like it is, guys. You certainly did not have a traditional high school experience. You were in a school within a school. You had many new faculty each year as you grew grade by grade. Your curriculum changed. Your learning changed again and again. Heck, look around you. The entire world has changed. It's been flipped on its head. But Evolution's class of 2020, none of that has stopped you guys. You did not let any of that impede your right to an education, your eagerness to advocate for yourselves and your peers, or your desire to walk across the graduation stage, even though it might be digitally today. The lessons you taught me in my time with you are forever valuable to me. While my title may have been teacher, and your title may have been student, I actually found those roles very flipped in my eyes. I learned beside you each and every day as you taught me to be empathetic, as you taught me to focus on equity, as I became more and more passionate about education and your learning than I ever thought that I could. When I was in the classroom with all of you, I truly never felt like I worked a day in my life. I can't thank you all enough. You are amazing individuals that are going to change the world. So, class of 2020, I leave you with this. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Never lose sight of how resilient you are, what you're able to do when you set your mind to it. Over the past 4 years, you have proven that you are truly capable of remarkable things. During your college years, you're going to continue to grow a lot. There'll be times where you're confused, others where you're locked in, and there's going to be some times where you need to take a moment and reflect. And that's what I'm asking you to do right now. Reflect. Think about those questions I asked myself. What brings you joy? What pushes you to be better? What are the things that you can spend hours doing, but you're so in the moment for that they go by in a blink of an eye? What I ask you, class of 2020, is that you use these questions as your North Star in the years to come, and you too will find the path that makes you passionate and fulfilled. Again, I can't say congratulations enough. You guys earned it. Thank you all. I'm so proud of you.
My name is David Guzman, and I'm a valedictorian at Evolutions High School. I'll be the first to say that time continues to fly, with or without you. To general time, you do not matter, but you matter to your own time. Time is a ruthless but often generous concept. It provides you with the hope to continue as well as the burden of continuing. It seems impossible to tame such a beast, but when it comes to time, you will realize that the only way to tame it is to work with it. As time inevitably passes, the tiny drop of time you were given goes with it. What I did with the very little time I had brought me right here, speaking to all of you. I'm here because I wanted to prove that with time, things get better. We are currently living the devastating history of a global pandemic that, with time, will also get better. But after we receive this piece of paper and we go and continue with our lives, what do we do then? We will no longer have the nurturing care of our amazing teachers, our hardworking administrators, nor do we have the chances we were given once before. After today, things get serious. My time, your time, our time, it will all actually matter because after today, we need to use our time as best as we can. Whether it be continuing our education, joining the workforce, or serving our country. The time we were given to live is used to better ourselves, your family, and your future family. There is no time to focus on what we dislike or we argue against. There is no time to make stupid mistakes that lead us down the wrong road of the law. There is no time to hurt others for the sake of entertainment. It is our job to take control of our time and to do the things we have always dreamt of doing. Once you let that precious time slip through your fingers and let it spill into the dirt, nothing is going to bloom. You are only watering hateful things with your tears of lost time. I did not get where I am right now because I fertilized hatred so it could grow. I got here because I invested my time into things that will help me later in life. And I think it is safe to say that we as a class, a school, a district faced many challenges. It is no surprise that we were not given the same opportunities as more wealthy districts, but we are here today to celebrate one of our many to be completed milestones in our lives, and that we have spent our time well. Often, I feel as sometimes life is just a big waste of time, but that's the thing. It only feels like this when you don't have anything that is important to you. I've realized that. I think the education system needs to realize that too. We as students are only truly devoted and focused into the things we think are important. When we feel forced to learn something that will not better us as people, we often get discouraged, and that often leads to time being wasted. Our graduation only proves this. We will leave here and prove to everyone that our passions are not limited, and we can accomplish more in the world than what is expected. This will be done with the little time we were given. And I will leave you with a thought in mind. How can you make the little and limited time you have enough?
Hello, my name is Neftali. I'm salutatorian. 4 years ago, I asked myself, what do I want to be? When I was in Guatemala, I was just a dreamer, just a child who wanted to eat the world, but I feel betrayed because the world devoured me. I had dreams to gain. I had passion in my veins. I had a rain of wishes and dreams in my brain. But in my country, that was in vain. However, I still want to follow my dreams. For that, I had to look for a door to an opportunity. Unfortunately, the door was closed. So I started looking for a key to open opportunity. Odio a las personas positivas que dicen que hay oportunidades para todos y que puedes ser lo que quieras. Y no, las oportunidades no están, se deshacen, pero también se hacen. No seas lo que quieras, seas lo que tu alma y tus sueños necesiten ser y hacer lo que necesitas para crecer, porque puedes ser un oro pobre o un tesoro de cobre. I found the key, but I found it far away from my house, my country, my family. I still wistful thinking about it, but c'est la vie. I still like I'm closing to my dreams and what I want to be. It's difficult continuing this road of life. Many times it's possible to follow your dreams and be what you want to be. If you want to sing, people tell you to look something safe. But you know what? No matter what society tells you or those around you, the sky is the limit, so all we need is to fly. You have to less realistic to imagine a better version of yourself, and thus be able to inspire those around you. Do not be more of the same, be more by yourself. And also, sometimes we want comfort. That comfort becomes with conditions. And the money, we all want it, but life is just a flash just to think about only on that. Be where you will count, not for the waste of your pound. We are living, so let's decide how. And even if you fall, keep fighting. This road ride is very hard. It's a minefield. But let's be stronger and braver to hold the bombs. Have rage, but a rage of perseverance. Your world can be changed, doesn't matter your age. You can turn the page, it will feel disappointing and strange, but you just need a range. Shouldn't shout your voice until you have no stage. Speak as though there is an empty stage. If nobody recognize your work, make your own homage. It will be not easy, it will be so difficult, but even relax your brain. Love can beat you again. And you will be a sweat of pain, but at the end, you will be what in your dreams you wanted, and that is a sweet game. Thank you.
Nallely Araujo Estevez. Tonia Beltran. Essence Butler. Victor Cabrera-Sanchez. Kenny Calcano. Edwin Canastuj-Tzul. Jose Canella. Gabriel Carranza. Fraume Checo Peralta. Aslan Cruz Reyes. Enrique de Paz. Isabella Debarros. Gabriela Feliciano Rivera. Brian Flores. Nigel Gardner. Reynaldo Gomez. Maria Guarcas Nix. David Guzman. John Guzman Carvajal. Janaezga Hernandez. Jonathan Hernandez Vicente. Raymond Jarvis. Taliyah Joseph. Keishla LeBron Bones. Braulio Lopez. Jesus Lopez. Esmeralda Lozano. Dilyanna Martinez. Alexander Morales. Evelyn Murillo Chirino. Erick Nelson. Guilherme Nunez da Silva. Coyote Egba Okawobi Jr. Steve Ortiz Jr. Jose Pena. Natalie Pinto. Neftali Perot Rosales. Vanessa Quintana. Rosemary Ramos. David Reese. Lyra Rivera Marquez, Aliyah Robinson, Najeli Rodriguez, Cristal Santana, Jose Savinon Volquez, Gabrielle Seabrook, Jose Siguante Perez, Damion Sims, Jacob Souza, Stefanie Sosa, Daerlin Souza Santana, Pamela Valenzuela Santos, Isaac Vasquez, Susan Velasquez, Dezaniya Williams, Alaysha Wilson, Keishla Xec Morales, Starsha Yang, Courtney Zugg,